When Saigon fell, the communist takeover of South Vietnam is brutal. I was like 16 years old at the time. The government just controlled every aspect of people's life. It took me 5 years to find an opportunity to leave. The whole trip was maybe about 500 miles in total. We made it all the way to the last town of the journey, and that's when we were detected by communists patrolling the area. Both of my Vietnamese friends were arrested, and our Cambodian guys ran away. The remaining of the trip is 25 miles of jungle. The prospect of walking through the jungle and spending the night by myself there terrified me, but I didn't want to go back to communists, and that's the only reason that kept me going. After 1.5 years in refugee camps, I was admitted to the United States, and I came here to Louisville on Thanksgiving Day, 1981. Over the last 30-some years since I came to America, I worked a lot within the Vietnamese community. I ran into a lot of veterans, Vietnamese who were imprisoned after the war and came here. We also came in contact with a lot of Americans who served during the war. I felt in many Americans a genuine desire to help the Vietnamese people. So about 4 years ago, I worked with a group of friends doing something to honor those who fought. We formed a charitable organization. It's called Tri Ân Foundation, and Tri Ân means deep gratitude in Vietnamese. We discussed many different ideas, and it became this idea of building a monument to honor both American and Vietnamese who fought together during the war. They come in there, going along, the ramp will be along here. So in the morning, the sun will come up there with the 8 columns standing for the countries that fought in South Vietnam. They standing tall in the morning like a guardian to represent the fighting spirit. In the afternoon, the sun was set on that side, and with the shadow of the column going over the altar to remember the sacrifice of the people who fought. I've been back to Vietnam. The country is changing a lot. The living condition is improving since the opening up of the country, but the government is still a one-party government. I always remember the generosity of the American people, not just in Louisville, but in America. They did a lot to help the Vietnamese people during that time. It's something that you don't hear much about. There will be pictures and stories about the war to remind people of the sacrifice, the reason why we had to fight.